I've backpacked many of North America's really outstanding wilderness areas, but found a new one, the Snowy Range in the Medicine Bow Mountains in Wyoming. 7 of us went out in August of 2022, Beverly, John, Tommy, Joan, Paul, Bob, and myself. We flew to Denver and spent some time acclimating in Denver and Boulder at 5,000 feet or so because we were going to be hiking at 11,000 feet. These are the flat irons on the Rockies above Boulder. In Boulder, we walked their pedestrian mall and saw some really good street performers.
Here we go. 1, 2, you know what? Everybody here can count to 3 in English. Spanish.
Uno, dos, tres.
French.
Uno,
German. Eins, zwei, drei. Roman. I. I love that. Alabama. There's one. When I get done, I'm going to throw down that box. You enjoy me enough to throw in a couple bucks, that's a tip. Nobody's laughing now. If you don't tip me, I'm going to go back to my old job. Jacking your cars while you're watching shows. The hardest part, getting back off this thing. Hey, you guys walking by, this is for you. Watch. 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 Ready? Ready? That was it. Hold it. All right. Oh, my host got it. Hold it. Oh, my host got it. Everybody, now, everybody loud, everybody loud.
We also walked on the Boulder Creek Greenway, a really great greenway.
Okay, this is Blue Jay and her Blue Jay picture beside her. That's a nice painting.
In Boulder, we also drove up Boulder Canyon, which cuts into the Rockies, and took a short hike to Boulder Falls.
We're going up Trail Ridge Road that goes over the Rockies in Rocky Mountain National Park. That's the road over there, gradually going up the side of the mountain. Right there is just below. And it comes on up to the parking lot. And there's Long's Peak, 14,000 plus. Highest point in the park.
After Rocky Mountain National Park, we drove on up into south central Wyoming in the little town of Centennial, 200 or so population, and had a great dinner and then breakfast at this place, the Bare Bottom Grill. And Paul made a mistake. He ordered the big stack of pancakes, and they were huge, spilling over the plate shown here. Here's my GPS track superimposed on a Cal Topo map. Green is our first day, red second day, blue third day, yellow fourth day, and purple the last day.
Just a little past the trailhead, started around 10:15. The trailhead is over there, coming up the trail here, and that's Brown Mountain. We'll go off to the right and around it, and on the other side, then we'll come through that gap there. There's Medicine Bow Peak. That's our schedule in the snowy range of the Medicine Bow Mountains, and this is Lewis Lake. right here, Lewis Lake Trailhead. Okay, just past the trailhead. This is a video. Come on up the trail. Could get you to introduce yourself as we go along. I know that's the pancake guy second.
I'm Bob.
Bob first, the pancake guy.
Yeah, the pancake guy, Paul.
Tommy,
Why are you laughing?
Beverly, John,
Trail name for Paul.
and finally, Blue Jay. Well, we're doing a backpack, myself and 6 friends, all from Knoxville, in the snowy range of the Medicine Bow Mountains, which are kind of behind me. And we're doing a loop around Brown Peak. And we flew from Knoxville to Denver, except for Bob Perlack, who drove with his wife, then a night or two in Boulder. Last night we spent in Centennial at 8,000 feet, which is down below the mountain here. And we got started around a little after 10 today. And below me is Sandy Lake. And we'll continue on to the east. This is the first major lake on our backpacking route. Sandy Lake and Medicine Bow Peak looming on the other side up there. That's telephone lakes from above. Maybe it looks like a telephone, particularly with the small lake on the other end of it. And our route goes along the side out through there. I'm looking out over telephone lakes there, down below. And the plateau where we're backpacking on, the upper part of it, you can see it out there. It's relatively level, lakes everywhere, and way down there are the high plains of Wyoming, and the town we stayed in last night, Centennial, is right down in there.
And here's our first night's campsite at Lost Lake. We'll be camping off to the left of that grassy area.
Well, here we are at Lost Lake. I got here around 1, and after lots of discussion, we talked about going on, which I'd planned, or staying here. Someone said this is the prettier of the 2 lakes than the one I was going to. And we're at almost 11,000 feet, so a great place to acclimate. We're only doing 2 or so miles today, I guess. So we're camped. You can kind of see Joan's tent, whitish, right there. You can see Bob's tent right there, and mine is kind of in the middle and the grass beyond the grassy area there, and the others are a little back. So perfect place. Beautiful, clean water. Great cumulus clouds up there. And of course up there is the big mountain, Brown Mountain. What are you eating, Bob, on your first meal? Chili mac with beef.
Ubiquitous.
Right.
Mashed potatoes.
Just freeze-dried or? Okay. And Joan, what are you doing?
Kathmandu curry.
Is that good? I've seen that advertised. I've never
I'll let you know in a little bit.
put it in the shadow. It's yeah, there you go. Kathmandu curry. What's the brand?
Nomad.
Nomad. Yeah, I saw theirs. And what are we eating over here?
Some curry.
Green curry. That's weird. Just green curry.
Save the pad thai for later. The pad thai is the most complex.
Yeah. Okay.
And I had some great spaghetti marinara with a flour tortilla that I'd dehydrated at home and rehydrated here. Here's the sunrise from my tent on day 2, and then a photo of my tent beside the lake.
Bob is fishing. He's caught several brook trout they stock it, and I think it's catching all these. But anyway, he threw them back. And there's Tommy way up there all by himself. Is your tent close to where you are?
Hey, Tom. Yeah. Did you lose your water bottle? What is it? Yeah, I got it. Thank you. I'll be right down.
These lakes are stocked with brook, cutthroat, rainbow, and golden trout. And here are a couple of photos of fish that he caught, brook on top, cutthroat on the bottom. Here's a GPS track of our route superimposed on a USGS map for day 2 shown in red.
It's day 2 of our Snowy Range backpack in the Medicine Bow Mountains. And last night we were in the tents, most of us from 7 p.m. till, actually I didn't get out until 7 today. A few of them got out a little earlier, I think. Didn't sleep all that time, and indeed Paul's comment was that he didn't sleep well at all, but there was a lot of it. And I kind of felt the same way. But the campsite is an incredible site, and we all liked it. And I'm leaving a little early at 9:30 this morning because I'm going so slow. And the others will be on. We agreed to leave at 10. And we're heading to Glacier Lake, and there's 2 of them. And then I think we're going to Twin Lakes today, which is not as far as we'd planned, because mainly of my slow walking. And here, the view is just incredible. It may be more of Telephone Lake there, I'm not sure. Brooklyn Lake, where there's a trailhead, is over to the right. And again, Centennial that we stayed in Monday night is down there.
We were late for the really good wildflowers, but saw some good ones like these Perry's Mountain Gentian.
Go ahead, John. Yeah, I'm getting a picture of you all passing me up. Here's a great view as we hike through the woods. This meadow with lots of yellow flowers, and up there is the largest snowfield we've seen. A huge, almost glacier-like. That'll probably survive till snows again. Here's East Glacier Lake, where we had planned to spend the last night, but I'm kind of glad we didn't come up here. Don't see any really campsites that have been used as campsites. Could have camped here, but it's not nearly as big or as good as where we camped. But one more in just a chain of great, beautiful lakes along this trail in the Snowy Range. Here's Brooklyn Lake down below the Glacier Lakes. There's a campground there, I think, and a trailhead.
We didn't hike a lot of miles on this trip. It's all incredible scenery. Day 1 was around 2.5 miles, day 2, 3.5, day 4, 3, day 5, almost 4 miles, and the last day, only 0.4 miles.
Well, here's the Brooklyn Lake trailhead for the Lost Lake trail that we've just hiked. And apparently we have to go on out that way. I'm heading to the trailhead for the Twin Lakes and Sheep Lake trail that we want. And here we're heading up the Sheep Lake trail. Twin Lakes is where we're going, maybe heading on up the Sheep Lake Trail after lunch near the parking lot. That's a big open area this year, and we're expecting even more as we get on up the trail. Here's the largest snowfield that we've come close to so far. Really gleaming white. It might last until the snows come. Not far off the trail, 300 feet or so, and the trail is right there. And I am going, the rest of them are already gone, up and over that ridge and out a ways to Twin Lakes. Here's where a lot of the water in the west comes from. You got a snowbank up there, melting in August, of course. It drains down through the grassy meadow up there and forms a little creek. The trail crosses right here. And goes into an unnamed lake down there. Well, that couple there explained the big question I had, which is why all this incredible beauty. This is not a designated and protected wilderness area, and they say the main reason is that in the winter, snowmobiles are allowed on a lot of these trails, including this one. And particularly snowmobiles make a loop around the mountains. The couple tells me that the snow gets 6 feet deeper more up here.
Here we've reached the West Twin Lake, and our campsite is just off to the left.
This is our water source, and probably the best of the trip. Nothing upstream except nature. A nice little spout right there as this creek flows. Down to the Twin Lakes. You can't see the other one. There's another one on the other side of this one.
Is that what you're having tonight?
Ramen bomb, yep.
Oh, I don't know about that, Tom. I usually haven't been disappointed in my second meal, so.
Think of all the heat it would generate during the tent, or during the night.
Okay, the big question for you guys, it's 5:30 and it looks like about everybody's finished eating. What's going on here? Nobody eats that early. That's time for high tea or something.
I had high tea.
Oh, you had high tea? Okay.
We're old people. Old people.
You're old people. That's true. The S&S cafeteria, you ever go in there around 4 or 5, they have a special and all old people are in there.
Sunset over West Twin Lake at the end of day 2 of the backpack.